Rethinking work in the age of AI, transformation, opportunity and governance. This is the theme of the International Summit of Cotec. And today the summit's goal would be try to explain how we manage a technology that is basically reshaping skills, work and social relations. And the question is, how do we manage it in an ethical way? So these are the questions that the summit will try to answer, but also the questions I'm going to ask you, two special guests. So we have President of Cotec Italia, Fabiola Gianotti, thank you for being here, and President of the European Central Bank, Lagarde. So two special guests who are going to bring two different but very complementary perspectives, one from the world of science, one from the world of finance and economy. So I'm going to start with President Gianotti. What do you think should come out of this summit today and tomorrow, considering that there are many concerns about the impact of AI?
Yeah, today's summit is dedicated to discussing artificial intelligence and its impact on work and the workforce. So what are the opportunities, transformations, challenges and risks? No doubt that artificial intelligence will boost innovation, it will boost growth, it will create new jobs, new employment opportunities in an unprecedented way. It will increase work efficiency, hence productivity. At the same time, the way we work will change profoundly. The skills required in the labor market will evolve significantly, and some jobs are at risk of disappearing. So how can we ensure that no one is left behind? This for me is the main question. How can we promote the training and reskilling of people so that they can maintain rewarding employment? And how can we ensure governance of AI that take into account the needs of people and not just results, performance and profit? So these are the main questions that we are going to address this morning at the Cotec Summit. And the next step will be to translate this discussion and this reflection into concrete initiatives between the three Cotec, with the aim of developing practical solutions in a field that is crucial for the future of humanity.
Wow. President Lagarde, you've said recently that central bank independence is under attack. My first question is, by whom? And the second is, may AI protect this independence?
First of all, let me say thank you to my friend Fabiola for inviting me to this summit, which I think is really particularly timely, given the speed at which artificial intelligence is transforming our societies, and how the concentration of artificial intelligence is showing us, the Europeans, how we have to focus on the tools we develop, the investment we make in research, so that we are not dependent yet again. Having said that, I don't think that central independence is under threat in Europe. I think it is under threat in many corners of the world, and I also believe that artificial intelligence can be two-sided, as Fabiola indicated, good and bad. On the good front, it can give much larger and faster access to data. And what central banks do is provide stability in our economies. We do that on the basis of data. We have to analyze a lot of data, we have to anticipate, we have to project, and for that, having solid data, rapid availability, constant inflow of data is extremely helpful. The danger is that if we all operate on the basis of the same protocols, of the same developments, the same tools, we are at risk of any defects, any problem any vulnerability included in those tools. So, to insert human judgment in this process of using artificial intelligence remains fundamental. So bringing a lot of valid, solid data on the one hand, but keeping enough judgment so that we can anticipate and hopefully detect the vulnerabilities so that we can provide the best judgment for the people is, I think, the way to be accountable to our mandate and to the Europeans.
So detect vulnerability. President Gianotti, you've said, we've been saying for years that Europe has the skills, has the infrastructures, has the creative capacity to be a global protagonist in AI. But what has to change for it not to remain a slogan, let's say?
Well, actually, recently Europe has made significant progress with the launch of Invest AI and other initiatives, notably AI factories and in the future gigafactories, and also all the efforts to attract the best talent to Europe. This being said, I think Europe should further strengthen its capacity to world-class AI research, rather than relying on knowledge developed in the United States or in China, in order to reduce dependence, as Madame Lagarde was saying, in a field that is increasingly shaping the world, society, economy, geopolitics. Also, it should make increase the availability of venture capital, so supporting firms and companies that are high-risk companies and high-risk enterprises. Reduce also the fragmentation of initiative across Europe and try to cut bureaucracy.
And there's one more question.
Can I answer that question?
Of course.
Because I want to just amplify what Fabiola said. We need money. Because we have pretty much everything else. We have to address our fragmentation issue, she's completely right. But we need to keep money in Europe and we need to invest our money here. The situation we have at the moment is that there is plenty of savings from the Europeans. We are the best squirrels. Yeah. But the money travels across to other places and is generally invested in venture capital, in private equity, in various instruments in other parts of the world, and sometimes reinvested in Europe actually. But we cannot continue like that. We have to have a capital market that is covering the whole of Europe, which is simple, which is accessible, and where we can actually invest our savings to direct that money that we save to innovation, to improvement of productivity, to the research and development that is needed in order to have artificial intelligence that we will control.
We need money and we need more gender equality, because you've recently spoken about the barriers that narrow the career pipeline for women. Mm-hmm. So do you fear that AI could widen those gaps?
Yes. Yes, I think it can widen this gap simply because some of the learnings, the science that lie behind artificial intelligence and the best way to use it have to do with math, with physics, with computer sciences, and it is not where you have a large majority of women. You have a large majority of gentlemen, which is fine, but women are not highly represented in what is called STEM. And I fear that if young girls and us as role models do not push the young girls in those directions, we run the risk of having more women left behind and to have this divide that exists.
I think President Gianotti also on this topic has something to say, right?
I agree with what Cristina just said. In addition, AI models, to be reliable, need to be based on neutral foundations, neutral data, and trained by people also that are as neutral as possible. So if you are biased on a specific slice of humanity, then of course we risk to create biases, prejudices, and so AI by itself require neutrality and require inclusiveness, inclusivity and diversity.
President Lagarde, you just said that we need money, the money that has to stay in Europe. Pope Leo in his encyclical says that knowledge and technology must not remain in the hands of the few, let's say. But we know for sure that very few, let's say 5 or 6 American and Chinese companies are the protagonists of the AI contest, let's say. How do we break this concentration?
First of all, I think that Pope Leo was visionary in everything that he said about AI, and I'm so grateful that he produced this Magnifica Humanitas encyclic. Fantastic. And I think we should all learn from that, think about what he says. I don't think that we should be in the business of breaking things. So how do we break this? I think we should be in the business of building things. And we do have some European companies that are expanding, that need financing to be in the same game and to be in the same race.
As a competitor?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't want to mention names, but there is a French one, there is a German one, there is a Swedish one. I'm sure Italy will produce startups that will be in that domain as well. It's true that the first movers will have the advantage because they have taken the lead, but it's not a reason to be, sort of resigned to the fact that it will all be held by 7 companies located in one state, in one country. We have to invest in our talent, and we have those talents. So I'm optimistic, but we have to really focus on what we build, not what we break.
Also because this morning, according to the Financial Times, people around the world trust the EU to be a better regulator than US and China. So
yeah, that's true. But we can be good regulators, but we can also be good inventors and good developers.
And light and fast, and light in the transfer from research to technology and application to the society and the market.
The European Central Bank has just raised interest rates to counter inflation.
Mm-hmm.
AI, as you know, is often cited as a deflationary technology. Do you believe that AI could become crucial in combating inflation, and actually the European Central Bank is already using it to achieve this goal?
I think artificial intelligence will be a journey, and if ultimately it will result in improved productivity, that will be disinflationary. But before we reach that stage, we will have to invest massively in data centers, in research and development, in the gigafactories that Fabiola was referring to. Those massive investments will increase the cost of production, and that will probably has an inflationary aspect to it. So over the course of time, yes, most likely it will produce a decrease in prices because of this improved productivity, but not now.
So what are the risks of AI?
Yeah, I must say that as a scientist, I'm worried by the fact that today AI systems remain largely opaque even to their developers. We do not fully understand their internal workings with multiple layers and millions to billions of tunable parameters, and we do not understand how intelligence grows inside them. So in many respects, AI systems today operate as black boxes. So this is risk number 1. Number 2, they may be trained on data sample, as we were saying before, that are biased, partial, contain prejudice, leading to outputs that are unreliable, misleading, or even more worrying, used by some malicious individuals to manipulate information, shape public opinion, and so ultimately undermine democratic processes. The third point is the one we were mentioning before with Christine, the fact that advanced AI today is concentrated in the hands of a few companies, which raises question of transparency, accountability, public oversight, and whether these technologies are being developed in the interest of humanity as a whole or just a few people. And I will say on the longer term, AI models may develop behavior that are not fully aligned with our intention and evade our control. Hopefully that will never happen, but the risk is not zero.